Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to debug React Native application using React Native tool. Let's go step by step. React Native tool is a VS Code extension. Let's open VS Code Editor and install this. In my screen you can see the VS Code Editor. Let's go to the extension tab, search for the extension and install this. After successful installation of the extension, our editor will have the feature to debug any React Native project. Our next task is let's open an existing React Native project in the editor and also start an emulator where we will deploy the project. Our next task is create debug configuration file. To create the debug configuration file, let's go to the debug tab, go to the gear icon and select, and from the drop down select the React Native environment. If you do not found the React Native environment, please reinstall the extension one more time. So we create the debug configuration file. We can see there's a drop down near the gear icon. The drop down will have an option to run the command debug Android or debug iOS. Now let's run the debug Android command and deploy the project to the Android emulator. Once we click on the debug Android button, the deployment process starts and we can see there is a progress bar just below the debug Android. The deployment process may take some time. At this stage, our task is to enable the debug environment in the emulator. To enable the debug environment in the emulator, let's select the emulator and press Command M and select the option Debug.js remotely. Once we select the option, two major things happens. On the emulator side, the project gets redeployed, and on the editor side, our progress bar is complete and we get a bunch of debug options to debug the project. Now finally we can apply debug point in our business logic and inspect the execution of the program. To apply breakpoint, let's go to the Project Explorer tab and open the main program app.js. At this moment, we will maximize our project workspace and minimize the debug console. We will be applying the breakpoint on click of the button, and in this program, on click of the button, we are calling the method on click change background. So we will be applying the breakpoint at line number 19. Now let's go to the emulator and click the button. We can see the active breakpoint at line number 19. At this moment, we can take the help of the debug buttons to inspect the execution of the program line by line. At this moment, we can also inspect the declared local variables. Once we reach the end of the method, we can use the resume button to complete the method. On completion of the method, we are changing the background of the app every time. Let's click on the button one more time and repeat the process. Now we can remove the breakpoint and click on the button again. We can see our program execution doesn't stop. Hey everyone, we are done with this video. I have shared the source code of the project at GitHub and you can find the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please like and subscribe.